Hi, this is Deneen from Royaltie Gemology. And you know what? I have a lot of respect for Justin Belobaba, who is the CEO of Royaltie Gem. He gets asked certain questions all the time about his business. And those questions are, aren't you afraid of your competition and what they're learning about what you're doing? Aren't you concerned about your competition? What about the DIY beacons? Those people can just get their beacons and do it themselves. Aren't you concerned about that? Well, you know what? I think he handles those questions with a lot of finesse. Let's listen in on how he handles it.
You know, people ask me all the time about this whole, do-it-yourself beacon, thing that's out there. And they ask me, are you worried that people are gonna find out that you can set up a beacon yourself? And I always tell them, the same thing. No, I'm not at all worried about that. You can tell I like analogies, so I'm going to use another one. When people ask me whether I, am worried or whether I care at all about, do-it-yourself beacon people out there, the DIY beacon guys, I always kind of, compare that to Subway restaurants. And it's sort of I kind of think of it like, is Subway worried that people are going to find out that they can make a turkey sandwich at home? I don't think Subway's worried about that. And I'm not worried that people are going to discover, because it's not a secret, that they can, set up their own beacons. But, here's why I don't care. First of all, setting up a beacon is actually harder than making a turkey sandwich, but let's put that to the side. Taking a do-it-yourself approach to save a few bucks on a beacon is just totally misses the point. And if there's any, I'm sure there's a few of these, do-it-yourself beacon guys watching, and I want to say to them that you are totally missing the point. It is not about setting up a beacon. Just like for Subway, it's not about the turkey sandwich itself. It's about everything else that comes with it. When I go to Subway, I don't need to go to the grocery store for an hour and buy ingredients. I don't need to clean up my kitchen. I don't need to worry about whether the bread is fresh. It's always going to taste the same as the last turkey sandwich that I had. But it's not just about convenience. It's also okay, you made a turkey sandwich or you set up a beacon. Congratulations. But what do you do after that? What happens when you want dessert? Are you going to turn on the oven and DIY some cookies? Are you going to start baking potato chips? Are you going to the more products and selection that Subway adds to their store, the more difficult and pointless it becomes to try to do it yourself. And it's the exact same thing in our business. I'm sure there's some people that have set up beacons. Good for them. I wish them all the best. But can they create a beautiful, secure landing page effortlessly in 30 seconds? Can they attach that page instantly to their beacon? Can they automatically track analytics? Can they do all of that on their phone in 1 minute from anywhere? Unless you're literally, unless you're a software developer with tons of free time, you cannot do that yourself. And that's the problem with DIY. Eventually, we all run into our own personal limitations. I'm hopeless when it comes to home repair. Someone else might be able to DIY a deck, but that person may not be able to do a perfect bathroom reno with plumbing and electrical. And certainly they can't build a whole house. We're building a skyscraper. We're building a world-class platform. You cannot do it yourself. You cannot DIY a skyscraper, which is, again, that's why I don't worry or talk at all until now, just because I keep getting asked. That's why I don't worry. I don't think that much about the DIYs. And that's also, by the way, I don't think about our competition either. I get lots of questions about this company, that company, and again, I'm not worried. And here's why. And this is a really, really simple reason that I think you all need to understand. None of these other companies in this, kind of beacon marketing industry, not a single one is really a technology company like us. If that sounds harsh, I'm sorry, it is true. none of them are technology companies. Like they are all licensing another off-the-shelf software, and they're putting their logo on it, and they act like they've built something when they haven't. It's sort of like, and Cheryl and I were talking about this before. It's sort of like opening a restaurant and a sandwich restaurant, and instead of making the sandwich yourself, instead of having a kitchen, running out the back door to Subway, ordering the sandwich at Subway, bringing it back into your restaurant and pretending like you made it. There's no real product there. And that may sound kind of, that's a silly example, but that advantage that we have being an actual technology company, that's going to matter a lot in the near future. And I'm going to explain exactly why. We are the pioneers in this space. There is no question we were the first people to create a simple model and a simple platform to enable small business owners to leverage the potential and power of beacons and the Google Nearby platform. We were the first ones to do it, okay? And as the pioneers, as the true innovators, just like we were the first people to say to small business owners way back in January that it's all about beacons. Like I was out there, I was saying it's all about beacons. Today, right now, we're also going to be, right this second, the first company to say beacons are great, but they are one piece of a much larger industry-changing platform that we are building. And to be clear, that's what we're doing, okay? We are not going to be a company that is only about beacons, okay? We have a simple, but I think very ambitious goal, and that is to revolutionize the way that small businesses market their business.
That's right. We're the only technology company who is dealing with proximity marketing beacons for small businesses. We are here for your business needs. Small businesses, your needs, your advertising and marketing needs. And there's a lot more to come. He's not finished. Come join Royaltie Gem today.